The question is there a link between heart and the mind? Example, if the heart is biased to something and the mind says the opposite, which one shall we follow? Should both heart and mind be synced together? I would request Naamdeo Ji to please answer this question.
Heart. Okay, the heart. Maybe you're talking about intuition. Whether you shall follow your intuition or your mind. Is this what your question is? Well, of course, intuition is also very strong. Is stronger than your mind at times. It overtakes you. It overtakes your mind. But your mind says something else. How intuitive you are will certainly help you achieve creating a higher understanding of your life. If you are intuitive enough to know things exactly the way they are, your mind does not have to speak much. But are you that elevated enough to know things the way they are? But the outer world represents a different aspect altogether, and you get confused. The very outer world behaves differently than what is going on in your mind, in your heart, or maybe what your intuition is telling you. So that if you are a person led by your intuition, then anyway, you will fall for your intuition than your mind. But if you mean by heart, if there could be some principles which you have imprinted upon yourself, and you don't want to get away from it, you adhere to those principles, what you call your heart. The moral issues, the morality, the principles, all those things. Your principles say something else, your mind says something else. If that is the question that you are asking, then of course there has to be some point, because who knows your morality or our morality or anyone's morality. What we think about greatness is actually sickness. And the greatness at times does not work. So if anyone's greatness does not work, we shall not carry it. So it is very important for us to understand that if we think that I am sticking to these morals and values and belief systems, which we call our heart, maybe we have imprinted these kind of principles so much into our heart that we think deviating from it will be so immoral, will be so bad, will be deplorable. And your mind say, no, but outer world is different from all these. If that is a question that you are seeking, then of course, the course correction in your thought process is required, and there has to be some kind of link between heart and your mind. But if that is not the question, if the question is more of intuition that comes from within, if you are led by your intuition, you are of course a higher soul. And you don't allow your mind to talk much when any decision is made by your intuition. If that is there, that is all fine. But if your heart is filled with prejudices, if your heart is filled with biased ideas, if your heart is filled with some doctrines, some principles-based values, which does not come very well with your mind, because mind says that this is not how this world works, then of course there needs to be a course correction that must happen. There must be a balancing act out here which shall work more conducively in order to get better results in life.